Hi there, I'm Andrea from Wild About Tan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a self-tan product that you can use at home and one that you can obtain from Wild About Tan, and it's called Brazilian Bronze. You can see me in my about to pre-tan state, and really just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the application of the product and how it's not actually that scary. I know a lot of people talk about self-tan being a scary issue with streaks and darker bits and orange tones and things like that. Now, Vani-T Brazilian Bronze, the Vani-T products themselves are fantastic, organic, long-lasting, with no orange tones, and so I fully endorse these all of the time and use them all of the time, apart from when I am this pale. So today I am going to show you a little bit about just how to apply the product and the things that you need to think about when you're about to apply self-tan at home. Okay, so I'm ready in my little top that is well used. I wouldn't use the best white silk blouse that you have when you're about to tan. I just put on something small and I can move to the side to get to different areas. Need to wash the hair, but I'm thinking apply this product, leave it on for about 3 to 4 hours for a kind of medium to dark tan, and when I'm in the shower I can wash my hair at the same time. So it's all thought out. Now what I would be doing first of all is tying my hair back, or just pushing it back with something, just so that when you are applying you can get to the hairline and all the way back, because much like makeup, you don't want there just to be kind of like a rim around the side of your face and kind of like stopping at your neck here. So you just need to have kind of full access to your face, much like you would normally do with any kind of makeup based product. I use a moisturiser. No specific type of moisturiser, as a barrier for hands and for elbows, and as you are going further on down the body, although I'm just concentrating on the upper half just now, for your knees and for your feet and ankles. I have a mitt that I use to apply. I do not suggest that you try to apply any self-tan just with your fingers. The self-tan can kind of get underneath your fingernails. It can look kind of nicotine stainish if you don't wash it afterwards, and the difficulty with self-tanning and spray tanning is you're not really supposed to come in contact with water, so best get a mitt. I'm not even going to show you the other side of it because it's well used. I would recommend going out and buying a new one for each kind of bottle that you go through, if not more hygiene and all that. And then we're kind of like ready to go, really. It's that simple. I've taken off my jewellery, such as your watch and everything. I usually keep my rings on. It doesn't really bother me, but if you're very precious about your very expensive rings or anything, take them off as well. Same for earrings. Again, I'm not bothered. I self-tan all the time and it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so you're getting your whichever, whether it be bauble, scrunchie to pin it back. This is going to be a good look. I hope you enjoy this. Okay. So we're pulled back to full paleness. You can see it all now. And then we've got straight to moisturiser. And really, we just want kind of like little dollop like this, rubbing it about in the hands. And then I would just moisturise here. And just make sure it's well rubbed in. It's just, especially these areas tend to get quite dry or have creases, and it just makes sure that the self-tan doesn't stick and cling to these areas. And then with the hands, tin another little bit, and then making sure you're going all the way down, going all the way inside the fingers, just so that when you do your hands, when you do tan your hands, that it's kind of like all blended in naturally and nicely. Again, hands get dry, there's lots of little crevices and everything to kind of get into, and it can be disastrous. I think we all know that, but this is why we prepare. Preparation is key. Okay, so now it's a mousse, and it's a dark mousse, so you can see straight away where it's going on, so you don't have to worry about whether or not you've got it there. But what you do have to be considerate of is I would automatically put it straight on the mitt. Okay, so you've got it on the mitt rather than on the face, and you just have to make sure that you're blending it in well and quickly. And the reason I put it on the mitt is because if you're putting it on the face and then not instantly rubbing it in, I just hate to think that there was any kind of like little marks being left there. I'm not sure if you've used a mousse before, that when you kind of put it straight on the skin, and if you don't get to it straight away, it can just like leave a little mark. So you don't want that. So I would definitely recommend that you put it straight onto the mitt. So you can see here, I'm just working it quite hard, like this is my fingertips even. So working it quite hard, kind of up to my ears as well. Again, you don't want to miss the ears out because you don't want them to stick out as kind of like bright white. Or underneath the jawline, and I'll be doing the neck in a minute as well. And you're just making sure, I mean, I've got a lot of tan already on here from previous, so I mean, I'm going over and over and over it, and just want to make sure that it's really rubbed in. And the great thing about this product as well is it's silky smooth on the skin. It feels really, really nice. But I just don't go too crazy, and it's all personal preference. Again, this is like the smallest little bit, and you would think that it wouldn't really make much of a difference. But to me and to my Scottish skin, it really does. Especially if I'm leaving it on for like say 3 hours. And again, you're going up to the hairline. Like, yeah, I'm making a right mess of my hair. So what? I just want to make sure it's all really blended in really, really well. You want to make sure that you're doing the eyelids and getting all those little areas. And of course, you can put a bit more on if you want to. If you want to have that kind of a darker look straight off. I always err on the side of caution, definitely. Okay, so that is literally how easy it is to kind of do the face. Make sure you get right around the lips. And you can already see there's definitely a tone of colour there that wasn't there before because it was bright white. Going down to the neck now, I mean, you're making sure you're doing it all the way around. And again, I've done no more than kind of like a bonbon sized bit of mousse on the mitt. You just don't want to go crazy, and especially if it's your first time trying like an at-home product or trying any kind of like mousse product or something that you've not tried before. I would just recommend that you don't go crazy, because you can always kind of like reapply, and something like this you can reapply the next day or a few hours after if you wanted to, but just err on the side of caution first of all. Okay, when we're doing arms, what I would do is, again, onto the mitt, dollop, and then I go straight for one side of my arm. And you're kind of going up to the rest here and like right up the side, because we want it to be blended in nicely. And then I kind of like swirl it round a few times, and that's it. I probably rub it in a lot more than what I need to. Just got to be safe rather than sorry. And again, blob. And for the forearm, you can see it's dead simple. I take it just to where the hand is here, maybe to about here. And making sure that you're getting your elbow. Okay, again, top of the arm. Now, if I was doing this in my bedroom, I more than likely would have less clothes on and make sure, and probably in a mirror as well, making sure that I'm looking in the mirror and doing it like this. I often think about what I'm wearing the next day or for what event that it is. So if I was doing it for an event where I was wearing kind of like a low cut top or whatever, I'd be making sure that this top wasn't on and I'm getting right here and doing all these areas as well. If I'm thinking I'm just wearing a short sleeve top and everything and it's not going to matter much from the top here, I'm not too careful. Anyway, but that's it with the arm. Really, really simple. And then with the hand, again, the tiniest blob ever, probably like that. And you're making sure you're getting down there in these areas. Make sure you get right in there. And just a really good rub to make sure that it blends in nicely. And then you're going to be repeating that on the other side. Obviously, the chest is just the same. Blob, little rub, blob, little rub on that side. And then you're good to go. If you've got any more questions about this product, do let me know. But basically, 1 to 2 hours for a light tan, 2 to 3 hours for kind of medium base tan, and 4 to 5 hours for a nice dark tan. Have a shower, wash it off, and then over the next 12 hours it continues to work. So I can go to bed tonight, having washed it off and not get any on my sheets or anything like that. Perfect.